This is Benjamin Voss with FNH USA. We're here at the 2013 SHOT Show. Right now we're going to talk about the FNH USA Ballista, FNH's brand new long-range precision rifle we have available for the commercial market in the first quarter of 2013. The Ballista is a multi-caliber. It's available in .338 Lapua Magnum. Caliber kits are available in .300 Winchester Magnum and .308 Winchester. The heart of the rifle is the unique Alpine TPG-3 receiver. It's a 3 locking lug system and a 60-degree bolt throw. It has a manual safety located on the striker and a backup redundant grip safety located on the grip. It has a fully adjustable buttstock for length of pull, height of the cheek, and then also for butt pad height, butt pad rotation, and cast on and cast off. The butt pad also folds and locks over a locked bolt. Same button that deployed it will actually fold it. On the front of the chassis of the Ballista, you have mounting locations for several rails, including the 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 12 o'clock positions, but also the intermediate positions at 45-degree angles. Also available on the Ballista is the optional quick detach forearm, which maintains 2 of the tools that you'll need to do a caliber change or to move your rails or adjust the butt pad of the rifle. The rifle in .338 Lapua has a 26-inch barrel, has a 1-9 twist, and we use the polygonal rifling contour. On the end of every barrel is a unique Alpine muzzle brake. The muzzle brake is unique in design, reduces muzzle blast, dust signature, and recoil of the rifle. On the top of the chassis, you'll find a 20 MOA forward cant rail, as well as on top of the receiver. The receiver is a machine billet aluminum receiver, as is the chassis. The bolt and the barrel are made of stainless steel. The magazines are made of an advanced polymer composite. A caliber kit for a Ballista includes a barrel, a bolt head, and a magazine. There are 2 magazine sizes for the Ballista regardless of the caliber. Both magazines are sized the same on the exterior, so the same magazine well that the .338 goes into, the .308 and the .300 Magnum will go into. There's only 3 parts required to do a caliber change: the bolt head, the barrel, and the magazine. Let's go ahead and do a barrel change. First, we have to clear the rifle. Using the ambidextrous magazine release, remove the magazine. Then I'm going to open the bolt, make sure it's on safe, rotate the stock to the side, and remove the bolt. To change the caliber of the bolt, all I really need to do is make sure the bolt or the safety is on safe. With it on safe, the striker's blocked. I can just disassemble the striker from the bolt body. Just threads right out. The firing pin of the striker assembly doubles as the bolt retaining pin. It retains the bolt head. The bolt head is the caliber specific part. That's the .338 bolt head. This is the .308 bolt head. If I want to change my .338 to a .308, I just put the new bolt head on the bolt body, reinsert my caliber common striker into the caliber common bolt body, and now the bolt's been changed. The next thing I have to do is change the barrel. Changing the barrel does require the use of 3 tools: a T25 wrench, a T20 wrench, and a torque wrench set to 70 inch-pounds. 2 of these tools are going to be found on the onboard detachable optional forearm, the T25 and the T20. The barrel is held into the receiver via friction. It's actually, the receiver is clamped around the barrel extension. There are 4 screws located on the left side of the receiver, just below the receiver and through the chassis. I'll take the T25 wrench and I will just loosen these screws. These screws are captive and they do not come out of the receiver to do a caliber change. I just loosen each one of these screws 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. Again, these screws are captive. They don't come out of the rifle when I do a caliber change, so they can't be lost if I do the caliber change in the field. Next, I need to take the T20 wrench and go to the other side of the receiver to tighten the forcing screw. On the right side of the receiver is a hole below the vent. This is where the forcing screw is located. The forcing screw, I will screw it in. Like I said, the receiver is clamped around the barrel extension. When I relieve the pressure on the left side, I just relax the tension of the barrel or the receiver around the barrel extension. Now the forcing screw will force that receiver to spread just a couple thousandths of an inch, releasing my barrel from the receiver. Give it a 1/4 turn. Now I can just pull the barrel straight out of the receiver and out of the chassis. As you look at the barrel, you'll notice the barrel extension with a keyway on the bottom. It's got no threads on it because the receiver clamps around it. The bolt head locks into the barrel extension. This is my lock breech, steel on steel. With this type of system, I can have a lightweight aluminum receiver that's split across the bottom, and once it's torqued in and I close the bolt, the breech is locked and the headspace is set. To continue the caliber change, I'll take my .308 barrel, insert it into the front of the chassis, align it so the keyway aligns with the key, insert it fully into the receiver until it stops. Next, I'm going to take my .308 bolt head on my common bolt, insert it into the receiver, and I'm going to close it on that loose barrel, place the striker, place the safety on the fire. Take my T20 wrench, and I'm going to loosen that forcing screw. The forcing screw is also captive inside the chassis. I'm just going to make sure I bring it off so it's loose, and it will just actually float in between the chassis and the receiver when it's not doing its job of forcing the receiver to spread. My next step is to use the third tool. The torque wrench set to 70 inch-pounds with a T25 bit on it. I'm going to apply the torque to the 4 barrel retaining screws on the left side of the receiver. I'm going to use a torque sequence, and I'm first going to snug each of these screws up in the torque sequence. Once I've got them snugged up, much like you would on the car of your vehicle, my second pass in the same sequence, I'm going to apply the torque of 70 inch-pounds. Number 1, number 3, number 2, and finally number 4. Once the barrel's tight, I can place the rifle back on safe, open the bolt, and insert my .308 magazine, and I've just converted my .338 Lapua Magnum into a .308 Winchester. As you can see, the FNH USA Ballista is an advanced modular precision rifle. It allows you to buy one rifle and then field different calibers within that same rifle. The base rifle in .338 Lapua MSRP is at $69.95. Each caliber kit is about $1,800. So if you were to add those up, 3 calibers in one rifle for about $10,600, if you compare that to the price of what it would cost to have 3 different rifles with 3 different scopes, you'd be into about $15,000. So the total cost of ownership for a rifle of all 3 calibers is actually quite low. And you would own one of the most unique rifles on the planet.